Hey Anthony,
Yeah.
I heard ICE killed an American citizen today.
Yes, they did. Renee Nicole Good, a mother of one, was murdered by ICE officers in Minneapolis today as she tried to disengage from them, assaulting her car and leave the scene.
What happened exactly?
Well, Minneapolis, where the murder occurred, has seen a huge spike in ICE presence recently as part of the Trump administration's continued campaign of terror against blue cities, and Minneapolis in particular. Protesters and observers were following one convoy today when it came across an SUV driven by Good, blocking part of the road. I've seen some claims by MAGA online that she was trying to block traffic, but in the multiple videos of the incident that I've seen, it's pretty obvious that there is a disabled car behind her, cars passing in front of her, and that she's basically waving cars through while she waits to turn around and leave. Despite this, ICE officers get out of one of their unmarked trucks, approach her, scream at her to get out of her car, and try to pull her out of her vehicle. At this point, another ICE officer, already on the road beside her car, steps in front of the vehicle and, before she starts moving, pulls a gun on her through the windshield. Renee, who is presumably and justifiably terrified at this point, turns to the right, notably away from any ICE officers, and starts accelerating to leave. The ICE officer fires several shots at her point blank and kills her. All of this occurs over the course of a few seconds. She was in the car with her partner, and photos of the crime scene show her car crashed into another further down the road, the driver's side covered in blood, with a teddy bear hanging out of the glove compartment.
The Trump administration is claiming that it was self-defense and that she was using the car as a deadly weapon.
The same line that they use anytime a law enforcement officer murders someone in cold blood? Absolutely not. There's already a court case, Kirby versus Duva from 2008, that sets the precedent that an officer cannot use self-defense as a justification for lethal force when he unreasonably places himself in harm's way, nor is it legal to shoot at a fleeing vehicle for the sole purpose of stopping it because of the danger it poses to other civilians on the road. Good wasn't doing anything illegal besides dubiously blocking traffic before she was shot. ICE doesn't have the authority to make traffic stops anyways, and the officer who shot her moved in front of her vehicle and drew a gun, intentionally putting himself in harm's way and escalating to deadly force before she ever moved. Even when she did move, it was to move away from him and his gun. This was not self-defense, this was murder by a thug with a power fantasy who saw an opportunity to kill someone and took it knowing that the fascists in charge of our government would protect him. And they are.
What's going to happen now?
Well, protests I expect, and some response from Democratic reps, mostly strongly worded statements. Robin Kelly, a rep from Illinois, is at least filing articles of impeachment against Kristi Noem as a result of her handling of ICE and the murder today. But we need more. For all that Renee Good's death is tragic, it is but a drop in the bucket compared to all of the American deaths that will occur over the next years due to the dismantling of our government by the Trump administration. We are looking at over 50,000 dead alone each year just due to the cuts to healthcare funding, not to mention the cuts to vaccines, medical research, social welfare programs, food stamps, and more. Those deaths and Renee's are American blood directly on the hands of the Trump administration, the Supreme Court who has empowered them, and every member of Congress that isn't doing everything they can to stop this fascism before it's too late.